You missed the first 4 games. You've come back in great shape. It seems like you're fully healthy. 95 yards, almost 100 today. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. Those first couple weeks were definitely were hard, but shoot, they did a good job getting me back, getting me healthy, and hopefully we keep it rolling.
Do you realize that you've hit 1,500 yards, career yards here at Georgia?
Oh heck yeah! I didn't realize that. I don't really check that, but that's pretty sweet.
Carson Beck, you continue to watch him grow throughout the season. He keeps looking good, playing in these big moments where it seems like he does not have a pulse.
Yeah.
Can you describe him for us? Because it really seems like his composure is what makes him really good.
Yeah, when we need a big play, he steps up and makes it, and it just happens time and time again. So he's our leader. We go as he goes, and he's done a great job of that.
You guys have played from behind in 5 of 6 SEC games. What makes this team built to be able to do that?
Yeah, resiliency is one of our core DNA traits, so just stick with that. We love on one another. When the offense needs to step up, we step up. When the defense needs to step up, they step up. So just feeding off one another, and yeah.
All right, guys, to date, the Tigers were the Dogs' biggest test of the season. It was a top 15 matchup between 12 Mizzou and 2 Georgia at Sanford Stadium today. Missouri gave UGA all it could handle last season in Columbia. This year would be no different in Athens. For a third straight week, the defense gives up an opening drive touchdown. Tigers quarterback Brady Cook hits Luther Burden. 39-yard strike, Missouri with the early 7-3 lead. The offense strikes back. Carson Beck, quick screen to Dominic Lovett, the Mizzou transfer. He takes it 6 yards for the score, 10-7, Dogs on top. Third quarter, Dogs down 13-10. Kendall Milton breaks a tackle, goes 15 yards, gets in for the score. Dogs jump back up 17-13. Later in the third, looking to add more, huge play here. Beck to Ladd McConkey, 35-yard strike, 7 catches for 95 yards on the day for Ladd. From there, Beck finds Oscar Delp. 5-yard touchdown pass. The Dogs get some breathing room, up 24-13. The Tigers don't go away. Cody Schrader gets around the corner, takes off for 12 yards, scores. The lead shrinks 24-21 UGA after the 2-point conversion. Mizzou down 27-21, and watch this. The big man, defensive tackle Nazir Stackhouse. He picks off Brady Cook, runs it all the way to the 5. The Dogs ice it with a field goal. 30-21 dub for the Dogs. They're 9-0 on the season after winning 26 in a row. For Stackhouse, it was his first career interception, and I'm not just talking about at Georgia. I'm talking about ever since Pee Wee football.
If I could put it in these words, it felt like a dream. It really did, and obviously this is not a dream in society, but I was like, there's no way. That is something that happens in your dreams, and it's like, then you wake up, it's like, oh man, I had a pick. But nah, there is no waking up from this. The only thing you can't look is in the past and just look over on film. Obviously, it's going to be on TV or whatever.
And it was on TV or whatever. We'll keep playing that a whole season long. Guys, after the game, we heard from Ladd McConkey, and he told us this offense goes as the quarterback goes. I caught up with Carson Beck after the win.
Carson, I often think that teams take on the identity of their quarterback, and your identity seems to be having composure. You guys have played behind in almost every SEC win you guys have had this season. Why have you guys been able to do that?
I think you said it for me. We are a very composed team, and we are resilient, and I think we've shown that at this point in the season. And we stand on that. Those are some of our 4, what they call 4 pillars. So we got resiliency, toughness, connection. You've heard them all. But those are things that we stand on, and when you practice those type of things, they end up showing up in games.
Your reaction to Nazir Stackhouse, I'm sure you've been asked already, but I want you to give it to me. What was it?
Obviously super excited. I was sitting there, I was like, man, someone's got to make a play. Obviously full faith in our defense to get a stop there, but then to get the pick in that time period, they're driving down the field. And obviously him running down the sidelines is a funny sight to see, but super excited.
My last question for you, Ladd McConkey, over 1,500 career receiving yards today. That's the milestone that he hit. What does he mean to you, to this team? He stepped up so much in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. He had a huge week last week. I'm not sure of his numbers this week, but I'm pretty sure he had a huge week this week as well. He's reliable. That's the biggest thing. He makes plays whenever his number's called, and we're going to keep throwing the ball.
All right, guys, at Center Park Stadium, GSU hosted number 23 James Madison. It was a big nationally televised game for Georgia State. First quarter here, quarterback Darren Granger takes it 30 yards for the touchdown, ties the game at 7-all. But the Dukes showed why they're a top 25 team. Quarterback Jordan McLeod keeps it, runs it in from 5 yards out for the score. GSU gets blown out at home, 42-14 the final. The Panthers fall to 6-3 on the season. Appalachian State comes to the A next Saturday.
How much advice can you get from him still, even though he's injured, but he's still very present on the sideline in practices walkthrough? So how much can you actually get from him now?
Yeah, a ton. I mean, it helps a lot to have an extra set of eyes seeing what you're doing and kind of walking through what you're doing, and especially from a guy like him who is arguably one of the best at it, and just have his feedback and help me correct things that I'm messing up, maybe something he sees that I don't see. It's awesome having that, especially from a guy like him.
How much pressure have you felt? Do you feel like you've had to step up a lot in his absence, or do you feel like your role has stayed the same? Because Kirby says your role stays the same, but I don't know if that's actually true.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think I felt a ton of pressure. It's just you come out here and you play Georgia football. I think everyone's got to make plays when their name is called, and obviously you know that there's pressure every game. I mean, it's the SEC, and you just got to play football. And I mean, I think that we thrive under pressure, and I think I do as well. And things like that just motivate us and I think make us play better.
The guy to your right, Ladd McConkey, he hit 1,500 career receiving yards today. Was out at the beginning of the season with a back injury. What does he mean to this team? He's really stepped it up in the last couple weeks.
He's the definition of Georgia football. I mean, the guy's a dog. He comes out here every day, goes to work, and it shows up every Saturday. I mean, if there's a play we need to make and the ball's up in the air, he's going to make it. And it's awesome to have a guy like that on your side of the ball.
What does it feel like to be in the driver's seat here, heading to Atlanta, the SEC East on the line, and you guys got it done today in a really tight game?
I mean, we just take it 1 week at a time. I mean, we got a tough game next week, and it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be fun, and I'm excited to get to work on that.